This is the legendary car that we restored and repainted not too long ago. Have you seen it yet? If not, or if you'd like to watch it again, we've placed a link in the description just for you. But today, we're not here for another restoration video like you're used to. This time, we're diving into something different. A brand new series where we explore the automotive history and uncover the stories behind iconic machines. Welcome to our latest content, where we journey into the past to reveal the history and remarkable facts about the Datsun 240Z. In the late 19th century, the Meiji and Taisho eras, Japan's roads were dominated by American cars from Ford and General Motors. But soon, a few ambitious men set the foundation for Japan's automobile industry. To clarify the timeline, we will use a table like this. The story begins in the late 19th century. This era marks the starting point of our journey. The success story of the 240Z begins with two individuals, Masujiro Hashimoto, born in 1875, and Yoshisuke Aikawa, born in 1880. These two figures didn't collaborate from the start. We'll begin with Masujiro Hashimoto. This man was an engineer who dreamed of building the first car made by Japanese hands. Very little is known about his early life. However, in 1911, Masujiro Hashimoto established Kwaishinsha Jidosha Kojo, or Kwaishinsha Motorcar Works, in the Azabu-Hiru district of Tokyo. This would become the foundation of Japan's domestic automotive industry. It was just a small workshop with 6 employees, but the founder, Masujiro Hashimoto, had big dreams. He even planned to export cars in the future. Hashimoto had studied in the US as a trainee, supported by Japan's Ministry of Agriculture and Commerce. He was impressed by the technology and productivity of the American automotive industry. Now let's go back and mark 1911 as the year Kwaishinsha Motorcar Works was founded. Next, we'll explore the history of Yoshisuke Aikawa. Yoshisuke Aikawa was born in Yamaguchi Prefecture on November 6, 1880. He graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering from the Imperial University of Tokyo, now known as the University of Tokyo. Yoshisuke Aikawa was born into a powerful family connected to the influential Choshu clan, a group instrumental in overthrowing the Edo shogunate and shaping the Meiji government. Although his family background could have led him to politics, Aikawa chose a different path. Following the advice of his uncle, Karu Inoue, he pursued mechanical engineering at Tokyo Imperial University, graduating in 1903. Rather than exploit his privileged status, Aikawa decided to work as a mechanic for low wages at Shibura Seisakusho, now Toshiba. This experience gave him a deep understanding of manufacturing. In his pursuit of knowledge, Aikawa traveled to the United States to work at Gould Coupler Co., where he studied soft iron casting. Unlike Japanese metalwork, which was brittle and fragile, this technology allowed for durable, complex shapes, a vital asset for Japan's industrial future. Armed with new skills, Aikawa returned to Japan and established Tobata Emono Foundry in 1910 with Inoue's support. He launched the Hyotan brand, producing smooth, flat iron joints that became an instant success and set a new standard in Japanese manufacturing. Let's go back to the history of Kwaishinsha. In 1914, Kwaishinsha introduced the DAT car, named after its investors, Den, Aoyama, and Takeuchi. The DAT car represented Japan at the Taisho exhibition, which marked the country's debut in automobile manufacturing. In 1918, Kwaishinsha Motorcar Works grew to a capital of 600,000 yen and 60 employees. The following year, they completed and released the Model 41 DAT, featuring Japan's first single-body casting 4-cylinder engine. In 1919, American engineer William R. Gorham developed a 3-wheeled vehicle. This caught the eye of a businessman in Osaka, who then founded Jitsuyo Jidosha Kominru Ltd. They imported machinery, auto parts, and materials from the US, making Jitsuyo Jidosha a modern automobile factory for its time. In 1925, Kwaishinsha Motorcar Works changed its name to Shokai Dat Jidosha. DAT in Japanese means running very fast, a fitting name for the company's vision. In In 1926, Jitsuyo Jidosha Shiso and Shokai Dat Jidosha merged to form Dat Jidosha Shiso. The company initially produced military vehicles, but in 1931, they developed a new passenger car with a 500cc engine, embodying the spirit of DAT. This new car was smaller than the original Dat, so it was called Datsun, meaning son of Dat. Though successful in developing the Datsun, the parent company decided to sell Dat Jidosha Shiso due to high production costs. In August 1931, Tobata Imono, led by Yoshisuke Aikawa, bought Dat Jidosha Shiso. In April 1932, Tobata Imono opened a sales office for Dat Jidosha Shiso in Ginza, establishing its sales base in Tokyo. Under Aikawa's leadership, the name Datsun was changed to Datsun. In Japanese, sun means loss, so it was changed to sun, symbolizing a brighter future. Yoshisuke Aikawa owned two holding companies, Tobata Casting and Nihon Sangyo. In 1934, Yoshisuke Aikawa made a bold decision. His company, Nihon Sangyo, purchased 100% of Dati Jidosha Shiso's shares. At the general meeting of stockholders, he renamed the company Nissan, marking the beginning of a new era. The reason we've shared the history of Dat and Nissan is because the Datsun 240Z is a unique car. It proudly displays the Datsun logo on its body, yet carries the Nissan logo on its engine. This blend of two iconic names reflects the legacy behind the 240Z. In the early 1950s, Katsuji Kawamata, president of Nissan, aimed to showcase its engineering prowess, not just profits, believing that sports cars could enhance its reputation. In June 1958, Nissan exported the Datsun 1000 to the US, marking its entry into the competitive American car market. A year later, the S211 debuted with a lightweight fiberglass body. However, production was slow, and only 20 were ever built, making it one of the rarest cars in the world today, a true collector's treasure. Datsun didn't stop there. The next model, the SPL 212, came with a steel body and a more powerful 43 horsepower engine. The L in SPL stood for left-hand drive, as it was designed specifically for export to North America. Between January and October 1960, 288 units were produced, making up 17.5% of Datsun's total exports to America that year. For Datsun, breaking into the American market wasn't just about selling cars. It was about building a global brand. If they could succeed in the United States, the world's automotive hub, they could succeed anywhere. The strategy paid off as Datsun's reputation for reliability, efficiency, and quality spread rapidly. Did you know that the iconic Fairlady name has its roots in Broadway? The name was first introduced with the SPL 212 in January 1960, and it was inspired by Nissan president Katsuji Kawamata's love for the musical My Fair Lady. He believed it gave the car an elegant, international flair. The 1960s marked a pivotal era for Datsun, as its performance truly began to shine. In 1961, Datsun introduced the Fairlady 1500, codenamed SP310, at the 8th Tokyo Motor Show, where it received widespread acclaim. Released in 1962, the Fairlady 1500 featured a 1,500cc engine from the first-generation Cedric 30, mounted on the chassis of the first-generation Datsun Bluebird 310. The Fairlady 1500 showcased its prowess, effortlessly outperforming foreign sports cars at the inaugural Japan Grand Prix, proving Japan's high standards in automotive engineering. Upgrading the legacy, the Fairlady 1600, or SP311, was launched in May 1965, equipped with a powerful 1,595 cubic centimeter R engine, generating 90 horsepower and featuring a Porsche-type 4-speed transmission. In March 1967, The Fairlady 2000, known as the SR311, made its debut. With a robust U20 engine and Solex twin carburetors, it achieved a staggering 145 horsepower and a top speed of 205 kilometers per hour. The Fairlady 2000 was the first Japanese car to break the 200 kilometers per hour barrier, dominating races like the Japan Grand Prix in 1967 and the Rally Monte Carlo in 1968. Even after its success, the SR311 remained a favorite at events until the arrival of its legendary successor, the Fairlady Z, in 1969. The Datsun Fairlady series not only marked Japan's rise in the sports car world, but also left a lasting legacy of innovation and performance. This is just the beginning. In the next episode of the Auto Archive, we'll dive into the fascinating history of the 240Z, who envisioned it, who designed it, and how it became a cultural icon. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Auto Archive so you won't miss the upcoming episode where we uncover the full story of the iconic Datsun 240Z.